Revelation 14:11. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name.
Smoke of their torment ascendeth up for ever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night. The smoke of those people's torment of fire and brimstone ascends forever. This refers to their end state, the lake of fire. Those people will experience ongoing punishment, no rest day or night. Side note, similar to Babylon, a place that will be destroyed, whose smoke will ascend forever. Who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. The condition for this punishment is specifically those who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receives the mark of his name. The mark of the beast's name could either be an image of the beast, brand image, or his number on their forehead or right hand.
Revelation 14:12. Here is the patience of the saints, here are they that keep the commandments of God, and the faith of Jesus.
Here is the patience of the saints. Tribulation works patience. This declaration is for those new believers in Yeshua who patiently suffer persecution at the hands of the beast because they are waiting for God's promise found in Yeshua. God's promise is everlasting life, and a life with God which is beyond their lives on earth, like Yeshua's example. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus. This declaration is made to the new believers at the beginning of the next 3.5 years. This Greek word keep means to guard and obey. The commandments of God refers to those commandments that God gave audibly to the people at Mount Sinai. At the end of the first 3.5 years, the dragon and the beast make war directly with those who keep the commandments of God and have the testimony of Yeshua, the Messiah, for they are true worshippers of God. The true saints hold on even unto death.
Revelation 14:13. And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, Write, Blessed are the dead which die in the Lord from henceforth, yea, saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors, and their works do follow them.
I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, Write. John, who was on earth, heard a voice from heaven. John had already recorded those things he had seen and heard, except when he was instructed not to record those things spoken by the seven thunders. Therefore, John would be under instruction not to write anything the seven thunders have uttered unless he was instructed otherwise regarding them, like now. Blessed are the dead which die in the Lord from henceforth. Blessed means being favored of God, and this results in true inner happiness. From this point on, blessed are those who are physically dead, who die in the Lord more than those who live on the earth. It will be very difficult for believers to live righteously on the earth because of the persecution, unable to buy food and being slaughtered for their faith. In addition, they will experience the impact of the bowls of God's wrath with the rest of the world, except for the first bowl, as the sores come only on those who have the mark of the beast. Yea, saith the Spirit. The Spirit is the one who has been instructing and enabling believers from the very beginning. Due to the huge level of suffering, he knows and affirms with an agreement of yes, blessed are the dead which die in the Lord from here on out, that they may rest from their labors, and their works do follow them. The Spirit adds that their death will give them rest from their labors and their deeds do follow them. Taking comfort that their efforts will not be lost, for they will be rewarded based on their deeds. Side note, notice, it will not be their wealth, fame or influence that follows them, only their deeds. The biggest intention is smaller than the smallest deed.
Revelation 14:14. And I looked, and behold a white cloud, and upon the cloud one sat like unto the Son of Man, having on his head a golden crown, and in his hand a sharp sickle.
I looked, and behold a white cloud. This Greek word for white is bright. John looked, and there was a bright cloud, similar to the bright cloud when Yeshua was transfigured. Upon the cloud one sat like unto the Son of Man. From John's perspective, the way the one sat on the cloud was like the Son of Man, Yeshua. John recognized the way he sat reflected his earlier writing. Daniel also uses a similar phrase like the Son of Man, who we know refers to Yeshua the Messiah, having on his head a golden crown. The Greek word crown is from the Greek word stephanos, which is similar to the plaited crown placed on Yeshua by the soldiers. It is a victory crown. Almost every time this crown is mentioned, it refers to the righteous receiving it. In his hand a sharp sickle. His sickle is for his harvest. The harvest are believers in Yeshua as they are ready to be redeemed from the earth. The sickle is sharp because it will be a swift harvest.
Revelation 14:15. And another angel came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, Thrust in thy sickle, and reap, for the time is come for thee to reap. For the harvest of the earth is ripe.
Another angel in sequence came, flew across the sky like the previous angel.
Came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud. Timing is important, therefore the angel came from the temple in heaven, signifying the time has come. Cried with a loud voice to him who sat on the cloud, who looked like the Son of Man, who is Yeshua. Thrust in the sickle, and reap. For the time is come for thee to reap. For the harvest of the earth is ripe. A sickle is a harvesting tool. His harvest are those his Father has given him. These are those who surrendered their lives to Yeshua during the first 3.5 years of the world's tribulation period. The reason they are ready to be reaped from the earth is that the laborers, 2 witnesses and 144,000 Israelites, have just been removed from the earth, therefore there are no laborers to help them. In addition, before God pours his wrath on the world, he historically protected his people by removing them.